Hey ladies, I'm actually on early. So yes, Linda, you're on time. You're actually a little early, but that's okay because I'm ready. So it's 15 minutes earlier roughly than I was supposed to be on, but here I am. So we'll give it a few minutes to see who else joins us early too. There's Heather. Hey, hey. Congratulations on your craft fair. That's so great. Wonderful news. Plus, you've been busy just getting videos out and stuff, so that's great too. Better than I've been doing. Anyway, oh well. I made some cards today. Oh, your hockey game just ended. Did you win? Your team? Hi, Renee. Thank you for coming. Oh, wow, Heather, you've just been going gung-ho. We're going to use that same stamp, but only for a little bit. Hey, Cindy. Welcome. A nail biter had you in suspense, did it? How is everyone doing tonight? Hi, Linda. And did you email me? Weren't you the one I was waiting for an email from? I don't remember getting it. Still, if you don't want the card, it's okay. You know, it was just the little woodland creature card. I forget what the name of it is. Hi, Marla. Hey, everyone. Paige said she'd come on it, but no, okay. Do you want my email address again? I'll put it in here so it's easier. It's pretty easy. Okay. There's Paige. Hello. Didn't know if you already fell asleep or not. Before I even got started. Thank you, Cindy, for the thumbs up. And other people too, apparently. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. It's 6:45, which I originally set it for 7, but I was sitting here 5 minutes till 6:45, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's get this done. I have 5 cards tonight, but let me go through my spiel first, So if anyone would like to purchase anything in the month of January that's under $150 worth of order, please use this host code, TWJDCAUW, because that helps me get either resupplied on cardstock or something, or in little embellishments that I occasionally give out to people. Don't forget, customers on 2nd of February, which is only a week from Tuesday, will be able to order these Hey Chick bundle and the Hey Birthday Chick bundle. They're really cute. I don't have them, but the Hey Birthday stamp set you can get now, but not with the dies. So if you want the dies, you should wait and order it the 2nd of February or thereabouts. And the Hey Chick bundle is returning from 2017, but now has dies also. It really looks cute with the chicken coop and stuff there. So yeah, looks like a really cute set, and apparently it was really popular, the Hey Chick one. So I don't know. Thank you for sharing. 5 what? I'm confused. Okay, anyway, basic white products are now available. They started being available on the 5th of January. If you want the order item numbers, I can might be able to email it to you, but otherwise, if you just go on the website and put in basic white, all these things should come up. It's replacing the Whisper White. The February paper pumpkin is called Bouquet of Hope. It's got mossy meadow, not black, and I actually think this purpley looking stuff is petal pink, not purple. My printer is messed up as far as colors. It says pretty pastel shades and rich jewel tones. floral patterns and pieces. And it's supposed to make 9 cards in coordinating envelopes. And it will go with the Flower and Field Designer Series paper, which I think we're going to use tonight. I'm sure we are. We're going to use 3 different designer papers tonight. And lastly, here I'll show you what we're going to do tonight. Well, we will use paper blooms on the last 2 cards. The donkeys, by the way, just went on back order. So if you want the Sale-a-Bration donkeys, they're now back ordered. The ombre is also back ordered, but it's orderable again now. Not using those tonight. We are going to use Corner Bouquet, which is a Sale-a-Bration, for the first card or 2 or so. And we are going to use, on some of the cards, the Flower and Field Designer Series paper. This is the one they're saying goes with the February kit, paper pumpkin kit. And we're going to use on the first 2 cards, I think, a touch of ink. Really pretty stamp set. Highly recommend it. That is free with a $100 purchase. And we're not using Berry Blessings tonight. And we are using on some of the cards this Punch Party. And I'm going to reiterate again. You see how these are shaded in, but this one shouldn't be. It does not exactly, the design on it, you can't punch it out and get that design to work. But the sentiments do work with the Heart Punch pack duo, whatever it's called, from the annual catalog. And if you would like to join my team, now's a great time to do that. You can get your starter kit for $99 for a value and select $125 worth of products. Plus, you'll get 5 packs of 6x6 Designer Series paper, which the designs are different than what we have now. So I'm guessing these are the ones that will be in the new annual catalog. So you would get the neutrals, the regals, the brights, the subtles, and the new in colors. And I don't know which ones those are because they mixed them all by color, not by family. So just email me if you're interested in talking about that further, and I'll be glad to assist you. All right. Hi, Nick. Hi, Brandy. Did I miss anyone else? Let's see. All right. Let me just go up real quick in the comments. The How Gets, right. I know. I can't even still believe it's 2021, let alone almost the end of January. My daughter's birthday's early February. So I guess I need to make her a birthday card too. This is the first card we're going to do. It's Pool Party cardstock with Pretty Peacock cardstock. So this is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and this then is 5 by 5 1/4 by 4, and then this is in more than that. Let me just measure it again because I forget. It was the first one I made earlier today. It is 5 by 3.5. 5 by 3.5. And then I just stamped using the Corner Bouquet and the Touch, what is it called? Touch of Ink. These two. Let me show you the stamp sets. These are both Sale-a-Bration stamp sets. This one is for a $50, free with a $50 purchase. And this one is free with a $100 purchase. It's 2-step, but I just used the Hummingbird 1-step on this particular card. And then actually the sentiment on this is out of a stamp set in the annual catalog called Comfort and Hope. And it's Sometimes There Are No Words. And then on the inside, I have Sending a Paper Hug. And I have this in mind for someone in particular to get it. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Let me get my bits and bobs. So we have Pool Party, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay. Now, this background I didn't do I took the cheater's way. This is part of the, where is it? Part of the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. Here it is. That's in the January to June mini catalog. This one has a little more of the, they don't even say Pretty Peacock, but I thought it went with it, and a lot of Pool Party in it. So we're going to stamp on that to start with the big old flower and Pretty Peacock ink. Thank you, Heather, Linda. Yeah, no coloring. And I got this idea. If you watched the video today, I posted about cards that I got in January from some other demonstrators and things. Well, all of them are demonstrators. I got this idea from one. She used black, but she actually made a her own background in a stitched area, like a stitched nested label die area. And I'm just going down. Just make sure when you ink this stamp up, when you get it, that you really get the center good, because I had to do that a couple times. And then press down. And there you go. Easy peasy. The cards tonight are going to be mostly easy. Mostly easy. Okay, so that's that one. Now let me leave the ink out and get my Hummingbird. Now this one is a photopolymer, the touch of ink, because it's a two-step. And I kind of want to get it close to, I have to stand up, close to that big flower. And I want to make sure that top wing is still on the card. There we go. I don't care about the back of the tail wing, but there we go for that one. Pretty easy. And then we're going to just take this little flower out of the Corner Bouquet. Just put a few around, you know, here and there. Floating flowers. You do have to be careful with this little round stamp. See how it's getting ink on the edge? You have to be careful you don't press too hard. I'm actually going to clean it and then stamp again, just to make sure I don't. I'm going to do a couple more. I don't get ink like lines on it, because I did get a line on one of them. And it sort of looks like I smeared there, but I didn't. All right, let me see. Oops. What I missed here. The next thing we're going to do is sentiment, and we're going to heat emboss that. Oh, do you, Cindy? I do too. Yeah, and this bow definitely flattens out. Oh, look what I just did. Hang on. I need a paper towel and some water. I cleaned my hand, I thought, on the chamois, but instead I ended up getting ink on me. I have water here, so I'm going to spray some paper towel and try and clean my hand off a little bit. Especially since I just washed them before I came here to do this. That's probably not going to come off. Good grief. I'm going to try my stamp cleaning spray. This Stampin' Mist. Some of it came off, but not enough. I don't want to have green hands the whole 2 hours or whatever. Yeah, they are. Now, also a trick. I mean, it's still not quite flat, but what some people did when they sent me cards is put another piece of cardstock like on top where the embellishments were, and that was really helpful. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down actually, and I'm going to use my Tombow, which I didn't have open. This is the other side of that paper, which is not my favorite pattern in that paper pack. So I don't mind using the blues and greens, right? The artsy paper. Makes it look like I made the background. Easy way to make a background. All right, now we're going to set that aside and we're going to get this little strip out. And we're going to get our powder thingy and our Versamark. And let me find the sentiment. It is sometimes there are no words. Here it is. And here's the one for the inside. I'm going to bring that out now too. Alrighty. And I am going to have to stand up again. Oop. And I want this sort of over towards the right. I think I got it okay. Oops. Sorry for my hair. Hi, Sandra, Crafty Mom. Thank you. Now I'm going to bring in white embossing powder. Just gives it a little pop. You could also put it on your Stamparatus or something and use like, you could use a pool party strip with Pretty Peacock ink on it and then use clear embossing powder too if you wanted to. But I like the white. I just have to get a brush and tap some more of that off. Because I don't know if that's powder or embossing powder. You know, my powder thingy. A little bit of both, I think. Okay. Let's heat her up. Here comes the noise. There we go. We'll let that cool for a minute. And then we're going to flag it with the Banner Pick-a-Punch number 153608, which is a carryover from the last holiday catalog. I think it's carrying over to the annual, but don't quote me on that. I'm actually going to flag that go a little shorter, and I'll probably have to cut some off the other end too. Okay, put that away. Let me bring my card back in. Okay, I need to glue this down first of all. It is in, okay, so it's still available online and going into the annual. Thank you, Heather. I thought so. I knew it carried over. I just couldn't remember to which, but usually punches like that, I kind of figure it would be the annual. But not always. There we go. And then this is going to go across like this. Now I could just leave it go all the way. It bothers me I have a little white on there. I'm going to snip a little bit off because I don't really want it to go all the way over. I don't want it to go all the way. Now we're going to get some dimensionals and put them, like 3 of them on here. This is the only thing that's bumped up on this card. Well, and the bow, but the bow flattens out pretty easily. That one I got kind of close to the edge. Let me try and move it. There we go. And that one's not exactly in the middle, but it'll be all right. And then we're going to just, oops, we're not going to have that on there. We're going to put this over here, wherever we want it, right about here. Make sure that's straight. Yep. And then to save you some pain of watching me do a bow, I'm actually going to make this a little smaller. Tighten it up a little bit and trim it back a little bit, but I already did most of the work. This is the Pool Party sheer ribbon 3/8 inch. It's in the, I think it's in the Whale of a Time suite in the annual catalog, but I could be wrong about that. And I feel like this one still has to be made shorter. And I'm going to get glue dots to put that on. Hi, Chris. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Are you working still, or are you off? I'm going to put that right at the end of the piece here. And then the last thing we're going to do on the outside is we have these little butterflies, and I only have 2 left in Pretty Peacock. So we're just going to put one on, the big one. And I think we'll put it right here this time. That is the outside. Now on the inside, I'm going to stamp just a few of those little flowers and also the Sending You a Paper Hug. As soon as I figure out what I did with the sentiment. Uh-oh. Is this it? No. Is this it? Yes. Here. Okay. Let me move this out of the way. And here's the little flower. So we need Pretty Peacock ink again. Thank you, Chris. It's Pretty Peacock and Pool Party. You're good for now. I hope that's stays that way then. All right, I just put 3 in this corner and 3 in that corner. So we'll start. And again, we're going to watch and make sure we don't get ink on the rim like. I kind of made them go a little out far, but it's okay. Oops, I'm down a little bit, aren't I? And then hopefully we'll get our sentiment on straight, which says Sending You a Paper Hug. I'm actually going to stand up for that. But my sticker is on this one crooked, so it's kind of hard. I'm going to go for it anyway. Oh, yay! Straight enough for me. Oh. So we're just about done card 1 already. I tried to make them not too difficult tonight, but still pretty. Of course, I don't know how I got my fingers all inked up already. Card 1 and my fingers are a mess. Blue is such a beautiful color. I agree, Brandy. You're off today? Awesome. Yeah, and these shades, it's like teal, so it's green blue, and even the Pool Party, the lighter shade is like a greenish blue, but in a pale color. I love it. And sadly, as far as I know right now, Pretty Peacock retires at the end of April. So I am a little sad about that. I'm going to try and use more of it as I can. And it goes really well with Pool Party. So, all right, let's put this finish together. Yeah, Chris likes blues too. I remember that. I do remember that. We're just all blue. We better not be blue. Not too sad today, right? All right, so there are our cards. This one had a little less greenish stuff in it, and this had more brushstrokey green, but I think they're both really pretty. So, and I didn't have to paint that background, which is a good thing because I can't paint. Well, I might be able to paint like that, but I can't paint pictures. All right, so we're going to move on to card 2 as soon as I find it. I'm out of room. All right, we're not going to be doing blue this time. Ready? Boom! We're going to change this up a little bit, though, because I'm not crazy about what I did. We're still going to use the same colors and stuff. So this is Flirty Flamingo, same size, A2. But I had this scrap of Mossy Meadow, so we're just going to use the scrap, which is a lot thinner. We are going to splatter it with, oh my gosh, my hands, Frost White ink, and we're going to use our Wink of Stella brush to do that. And then this is cut out using the, where did I put it? Well, first of all, this is embossed using the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder, which is in the January to June mini. It's in the Fine Art Suite. And we're using, I used on this one the largest two, but we're going to use the middle one and the smaller one for this card because I just didn't like how that looked. And then this Happy Birthday came out of Happy Thoughts, which is in the mini catalog also. It's right here. That one right there. I like this stamp set. I like the fonts in it. Happy Thoughts. That's in the mini catalog. All right, so let's do our splattering. The embossing folder, I know, it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I have a few favorites. This is becoming one of them. Dainty Diamonds is another one. Subtle is another one. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I need my scrap paper. What did I do with it? I lost my scrap paper. I have paper under there, but which is dirty, but that's kind of my need to put stuff down on it paper. All right, so we're just going to splatter. And the reason I did that on the first one was because I felt like I had too much green and not enough white coming through. So I figured I'd just do it again on the smaller piece too. There we go. So we're getting a little Wink of Stella and also the shimmer paint in Frost White. All right, and we'll close up our shimmer paint. This is in the annual catalog. It comes in the Frost White still and the Champagne Mist, which I need to use more often because it's also pretty. And I would suggest maybe getting them or getting more of them if you already have them. I need to get another white one before that catalog ends because who knows if it's going to carry over. I don't. All right, so by the magic of video, I also decided we were going to put another piece of DSP here. So we're going to go like this instead. And then instead of the Flirty Flamingo on the small piece, I'm using Mossy Meadow. And I did run that through the Subtle embossing folder. Hi, Paula. And I did on this one as well. Okay. So we're going to glue that together. Try and get it on straight this time, like I didn't the last time. And then we'll stamp our Happy Birthday and put it on here. So that is the design this time. It's a little different than this one. I didn't have the designer paper in the background. I think I like this better. I don't know. You'll have to tell me when we're done which one you like better. So let me start gluing stuff down. Hi, Tashana. From Central Florida, where it's not snowing and not cold. Not by our terms up here anyway. Hi, Melanie. The Halkettes are here. That's right. I showed your card on the video I did today of cards I got in January. Did you see that? I hope that was okay. Oh, you did, because you commented. I must have had you mixed up with someone else. Oh, you miss her? And then this is also paper from the Fine Art. This is the other side of it. But we're using the Pretty Floral, which is Poppy Parade, Flirty Flamingo, and Petal Pink in it. And this side is mostly Petal Pink on this other design. And we're just going to put that on, maybe over a little bit so we can see some of that white splatter. I think that's crooked. It is. Here we go. sitting in the sun in Yuma. Oh, so jealous. So jealous. I'm jealous right now. I won't be jealous come July and August. I'll be like, ha ha, we're not quite that hot. Hopefully. Hopefully we're not. I can't deal with 114 degrees. I can barely deal with 90, 85. I start wilting at 85. I'm a spring fall kind of person. Who will be back? Oh, it's already on its way. It's on its way. So anyway, all the prizes from that time are on their way, except for the one that I don't have the address for yet, but she's here. Melanie's birthday was before mine in January, so that's why. Okay, so we're going to put this over just a little bit off this paper too, and we're going to bump that up on dimensionals. So here we go. And then we have to stamp our sentiment, and then we have to make a decision on the ribbon. I had my hands all nice and clean. I even filed my nails so they wouldn't be really bad. I didn't paint them because, yeah, I just didn't. I'm trying to make sure I have the flowers right side up here. I hate cover. I'm going to put this down a little bit. And that looks pretty straight to me this time. So let's stamp our sentiment and punch it out. And we're going to use the I think it's the Timeless Label punch. Let me see. Here's the happy birthday. This again is out of Happy Thoughts in the mini catalog. Here is a scrap, and we're going to stamp in Flirty Flamingo. You just finished your, oh, right, hockey game. Yeah. Well, it's not something you need to buy at the beginning, you know, but I just like to have it. And I have all but one or, there's one or two I don't have in the grid papers. I did get the snowflake one. I just, I'm not using that just because it was buried under the other one, so I went with what it was on top. Anyway. Okay, now we're going to use the punch, and I'll tell you for sure which one it is. It is the, yes, the Timeless Label punch. And let's see if I can get it in here straight. Oops, maybe I can't see. Up a little bit. Going for it. The paper was just a little bit too small. I'm going to put that punch away. That's the Timeless Label punch from the annual catalog. Now we're going to bump that up too. It's going to go here, but we're going to only bump up this side over here. And then we're going to put some glue. Actually, we might need, I'm going to put a mini right up in this corner. Yeah, I do too. I like the grid paper. It's helpful, you know, for me anyway, to line things up a little bit better. And also, my desk would be a terrible mess if I didn't have it under there. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue down on this bottom part here because it's gonna go onto here. We're just going to go like this. There we go. And then we have two choices in ribbon. On this card, I used the white, which is out of the, I'm almost out of it actually, the Flower for Every Season ribbon combo pack. It's 1/2 inch white ribbon. See, there's the end of it. So we have that, or I have this Mossy Meadow one. And I was kind of thinking this time maybe I'd put it up here. So like that, or like I had it the first time. Oh, okay. You haven't done them. I like using decorative. I like the white. Yeah, me too. Okay, good. All right. It's a little bit bigger than I think I want it still. So I'm going to trim it down even a little more. And a little more over here. Right there. Yep. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Still a lag? Huh. Wonder what's going on with the internet. I don't even want to know, quite honestly. Don't even want to know. Now, I did put some bling on this one too, and I used these elegant faceted gems from the annual catalog. I used sort of the white ones. They're out of the Peony Garden suite. And we'll do that again because they show up nice against the pink and also against the green. And I don't have as much green. And also you can color them. We could try and use the pink ones. Let me see. Let me try one pink one. They're a little bit different color pink, but I think we'll go with the pink. They're petal pink, but it's okay. It's all good. We're going to just use three of the three little ones I have there. And maybe here, right there. There, we'll just do those. And then on the inside, I just have a tiny little strip of paper, but I already glued down a little bit wider strip of paper I had. I just need to put it on the Mossy Meadow background. So this is 5 by 3 3/4, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. We're just going to glue them together and put them down in there, and then that will be card 2. I did not see that. But Bernie's been showing up everywhere with musicians and everything. You know, I don't know. I think right now enough is enough. I did not see that. But that's okay. Wait, what? What's this green one? Hang on. I had to go back up. Hopefully. You like the Mossy Meadow? It does look like Grapefruit Grove. Why? I don't know why that is. This is Flirty Flamingo. It's really that still looks like Grapefruit Grove. I'm not sure why. It might be this light. Let me see if I turn it off. If it still looks like Grapefruit Grove. I don't know. Not sure what to tell you other than it's dark out and my lighting is probably what's doing it. Or it could be this webcam. Which, yeah. I don't know. But it is. That's why I try to always tell you the colors. But it's definitely Flirty Flamingo and Mossy Meadow. Thank you, Paula. So that is card number 2. So 2 down. So for those that came in late, maybe this was the first card. Well, actually, this is the one we did. These were the originals. And we have 3 more cards to do, so we're going to keep moving right along. Alrighty, so the next one, we're going to go back to Corner Bouquet. But we're going to switch papers now. We're going to use, we were using the Fine Art Floral. Now we're using Flower and Field Designer Series paper, which is in the Sale-a-Bration. And I had used this one previously, and this one we're using this floral one here now, this time. Okay. And we're also going to introduce in, maybe, if I can find them, some dies. Let's see. Okay, the Stitched with Whimsy dies that do not cut, they just put a design in. I don't know if you can see the little design. That this is the one where the sausage dogs are. You got the feedback? No, you're not going silly. It did look like Grapefruit Grove. That's fine. I know, they are pretty. The hot dog, right. So, this is on basic black, standard A2. We're going to stamp on the inside and the outside. So let me get my papers. And we're going to do that. And, oh, and we're also now going to bring in the Punch Party from Sale-a-Bration. And we're going to use this one on the Poppy Parade piece. I stamped in basic black. And on here on the white, I stamped in Poppy Parade with this one. And then we're going to use the oval, double oval punch, which is also in the mini catalog. So that's how I did that one. And look, no ribbon. Proud of myself. All right. So let's get this going here. Okay, so we have our basic black cardstock. And then I always have these strips of white paper left, and I cut it down to 5.5, and this is also 5.5. So I'm just going to glue that onto the back of this, right side up though, and give it a little border to make it pop against the black cardstock a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll just glue right along the edge of the designer paper. This is what's on the back of it, by the way. You thought the Sale-a-Bration one? Wait. I actually wasn't real keen on this pack of paper, and now I've actually changed my mind, and I like this pack of paper better than I like the other floral. But they're both pretty. And the ombre paper is gorgeous. And the ombre paper is no longer on not orderable. It's on back order. But, so they must have shipped some of the back orders out from before. Now we're just going to glue that down as well. Thank you, Paula. Paper, yeah, see, that one is the one I liked the most at first, and now it's like, but it has some pretty stuff. We're going to use that one next in the last two cards, actually. And this is the Field, and I always forget the names. Hang on. This one is the Flower and Field Designer Series paper. In the first couple cards, we used the Fine Art Designer Series paper in the mini catalog. Okay, so now we have this piece here, which is, I should have told you how wide this is too. So that white strip was just 1/2 inch by 5.5. This piece is 3 inches by 5.5. And then this piece of Whisper, well, or white, I'll just say, is 3.5 by 5. So it's a little bit smaller. And we're going to get out those dies. And we're going to use the second largest one. Oh, I like the dragonfly stuff, but I used it all so much before. So anyway, but I haven't used the one with the seed pod yet, which we got in our... It's supposed to coordinate with the... No, it's supposed to coordinate with the Pretty Perennials next. I haven't... It doesn't really... I don't know. It sort of does and it sort of doesn't. I'm going to turn around and put this through the die machine. I mean, it has the same shaped flowers, but the dies in that set don't cut any of the flowers out. So in that regard, it's not a, the paper doesn't cut those out. So that's what you get with the, I can't remember the names. So bad with names right now. Stitched with Whimsy dies. These. Okay, they're really cute. I like that stitching around there. Okay, now we're going to stamp. And we are going to use the smaller stamp from the Corner Bouquet. And we're going to use Granny Apple Green, which is a color I don't gravitate to that often. But we're going to use it tonight because that's one of the greens in this paper. And then we're going to use also Poppy Parade and Bumblebee. All right, and I have to stand up because I want to get this right down in this corner here, but with a little room. I'm going to turn up. I didn't get that stem part good. I re-inked some of my pads, but I didn't do all of them. Where's Donnie? Hi, Donnie. And you're welcome for the hellos. Okay, now let me find our little flower and put the green away. And get out Bumblebee and Poppy Parade. And we're going to use those for the little flowers. And we're just going to put like 3. We'll start up in the corner. Just put one down here. One in here. One over there. And maybe one there. One down in the corner. And I'm going to wipe that off. And then we're going to use, I'm going to leave Poppy Parade open because we need that in a minute. And I'm going to use Bumblebee. And go right there. And just one down here. And that's it for that. So I can put Bumblebee away. For now. I think we need it on the inside, but I'll put it away for now. Okay, now we need these are stamps from the Punch Party. We're going to stamp this one in Poppy Parade on a scrap of white. I don't know if you can hear it, but my cat is wheezing in the background on my jewelry making chair. Oh, it's not frozen on my end. Well, you could use Pear Pizzazz or Mossy Meadow or something. Okay, now I'm going to bring out basic tuxedo black, not basic black. And we're going to stamp on Poppy Parade with, what did I do with it? This stamp from the Punch Party. This is a host-only set in the Sale-a-Bration. So for any party hosted that has sales of 300 or more, or for any individual who places an order of 300 or more, you can get this for free. Alrighty. Now, let me close up my inks and clean my couple Stampin' pads there. I mean, stamps, not Stampin' pads. All right. And then we'll punch those out. And then actually we ought to do the stamping for the stuff on the inside too. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Chamois is squeaking. How's everyone doing that came in? And thank you guys for the thumbs up. So now we're going to use the new double oval punch, which is in the mini catalog. I'm going to go ahead. Let's do the Poppy Parade first. I actually have to turn it towards me and look at it. The ridges sort of line up like the little bumps in the punch go in between the tall loops. So that's a tip. And also to line up your little end pieces, end loops. I think that's probably good enough, hopefully. There we go. And then we're going to punch this one out. We will end up with a white one also. Okay, I need to cut just a sliver off this paper because it's not going down in far enough. Just a sliver. Okay. And I forgot to stamp. Before I do that, let me stamp Happy Birthday on. And this is out of the Punch Party also. We're going to stamp that in Tuxedo Black. What? It's all freezing? Is it frozen still? Okay, honeybees. Bye. Huh. I wonder if it does that when I stand up or something. I don't know. No, she's in Florida. Maybe it's because that other person that used to be in office is in Florida. I don't know. Just saying. There we go. Now we can punch it out. Always better to do that when you have more paper. In case you make a boo-boo or something. Not that I ever make boo-boos. Haha. And then we can save that piece and stamp on it later. Some other day. And get rid of our scrap. All right. Let's assemble the front of this card. And try and decide. I'm going to put this one that got kind of faint down the bottom. Maybe I can even put a little bow there or something. So I'm going to just glue this down. Fine for you, Heather? Yeah. I don't know. It's not frozen on my side for sure. So I'm not sure why it's doing it for others. And my only heartburn with this card is I have difficulty covering up the pretty paper. That is my only difficulty with this. Oh, I got a little sticky there. Let me get my glue eraser. A little too much glue close to the corner there. Which, of course, then I got on my hand as well. Jeez. Okay. That is not a Stampin' Up! Product. That was a buy it off Amazon. Actually, I think Dollar Tree is selling them now. They're just a glue eraser or some such thing. All right, now we're going to just glue these two pieces on together. And I'm going to try and get them on straight. So it has a nice decorative background, not just the scallop. And that's from the Punch Party pack. And then we're going to bump it up. Because that's what I do. Most of the time. I don't always. In fact, I was trying to figure out when I was first making this card where I could just stamp a sentiment, but I didn't like how it was looking. All right. And then we'll just place that right in the middle here. About like that. So that's Poppy Parade, Bumblebee, Granny Apple Green. And now we have a choice. What I did on this card is I had 3 basic white pearls left on a sheet. So I took my basic black alcohol marker dark and I colored them and put them on here. However, I also have And I think I'm going to use these this time. These matte black dots, which are in the mini catalog, but they just went on back order also, I think, or low inventory. I'm not sure which. I think back order, but I'm going to use them anyway. Thank you, Brandy. So we're going to use these. These are matte black dots. And I like the matte with this particular card. And then we have to do the inside. All right, so we used, I'm not going to use the largest one on this piece here. I'll use a little one because the large ones really stick up a little more. So I want them more down on the bottom because then they're not quite as high as this one. In fact, maybe I'll use two big ones and one little one this time. And we'll put the other one up here. That is it for the front of the card. And let me put them up. And then we have to do the inside, which I think I stamped on. I did. Look at that. I need my scrappy paper. So let me get that. And now we're going to bring in, this is from Corner Bouquet also. This is like a leaf design. And Granny Apple Green. Oh, I don't think Left Hand is leaving, is she? Are you, Brandy, or are you? It was Honeybees Stampin' Hive that was leaving. I think. I could be wrong. All right, so I'm going to go and do 3 petals. Oops. I'm going to wipe off my stamp because I have a little shadow. We'll cover it up. And then I'm going to stamp off. Yeah, that's bugging me. You have a shadow. Hang on. I'm going to have to do an extra shadow there. And stamp off again. There we go. Good enough. Okay, and then we're going to bring our little flower in again and do some Bumblebee and Poppy Parade. Okay, Brandy. Hi, Nada. Welcome. I told the story about the squirt bottles the other morning. A few ladies got a kick out of that. Yeah. And we'll change this up a little bit. I'm going to go off the paper here for this one. Okay. I'm going to leave it open though because I don't know if I'm done with that yet. That was Bumblebee. And this is Poppy Parade. I'm going to put one down in here. And I think I'll do one more over here. And one going off. That's it. All done. Just a little floral seam there. And that, ooh, sorry. Didn't mean to bump you. That is the inside of our card. We're just going to glue that onto the basic black. And that is cut 5 1/4 by 4. And we're just going to glue it onto the basic black, which is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. I'll show all the cards at the end. This is card 3 out of 5. And we've used Corner Bouquet on 2 of them, 3 of them. I can't even remember. But that is card 3 finished. Yay! We're doing pretty good. Let me take a sip of my green tea. Oh no, you had COVID? I didn't know. I'm so sorry. Ugh. I'm glad you're getting, you said you were getting better. Are you not getting better still? Are you all better? Yeah, I wish you a speedy recovery too. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. All right. Ugh. I'm so sorry. Okay. So that's card 3. Let me, now, just for some other ideas, these were for my Fab 4. If you missed that video, this is another way I did the punch party ovals with the double oval punch. And this is a sentiment out of Punch Party. This was when I tested this heart out, and it does not, it would have worked maybe with the scallop punch, but it doesn't quite. Some of the design gets cut off, so it's a shame. But the sentiments, these 3 sentiments, do fit inside the smaller heart. So those are on my Fab 4 video. If you missed that, I just wanted to show more ways to use the Punch Party set. Now we're going to switch gears to a different paper. And also we're going to bring in, we're still going to use Punch Party. We're going to use this. And let's see, on the first card, what did I do with it? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. We're going to do something a little different. Because Deb's a little different. Actually, we're not. We're going to use just this out of Punch Party this time. On the next card, we'll use this. So we're going to be using the rectangular postage stamp from the annual catalog. On this one, we're not. But on this one, and I didn't use it on the sample I'm going to show you, but we're going to bring in Circle Celebration. This is in the mini catalog. And I think I'm going to use this one, which is all one stamp, and this one, and this one. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. I did not use those Circle Celebration on the sample, but here it is. Okay, Paula, glad to have you back. Thank you, Nada. Yeah, I saw that, Melanie, and they announced that right at the time that I found out it didn't quite fit right. But you can still stamp that hard. It just doesn't punch out with the punch. Yeah, it really is. I just, that was like a must-have for me because these work with the oval, which we just used. These work with the rectangular postage stamp. And then these sentiments work with the heart punch, the smaller heart punch or the bigger one. They have this shaded in as though it works with the scallop heart punch, but it does not. It's a little off. And I tried it several different times and I couldn't get it to work. So, but the sentiments do work with it. And these do work with the oval. This works with the scalloped oval. This works with the plain. And this works with the rectangular postage stamp, which we'll use on the last card. And I've been using the Happy Birthday. I think I used that in the last one too. So let's get making this card. So what did I do on this? I used this paper, which is out of the Sale-a-Bration Paper Blooms Designer Series paper. It has this really cool thing of, I mean, it's got flowers too. And we've already used this paper not long ago, this blue one, Seaside Spray one. We're going to use this one on the last card with the white background. But I thought, boy, these are really cool. I wonder if they work with the punches. And they work with the 2-inch circle punch and the 1.5-inch circle punch. So that's what I used. And I punched 2 whole rows out of them, so I already have, I think, some punch. But I'll show. Let me show you. So you could use the 2 1/4, like maybe this one would fit 2 1/4 because it's a little bigger, but this one would not. It would be too big. But using the 2-inch one, it cuts some of the edge off. Let's see if I can get to a bigger one. This one over here is bigger. Let me try the 2 1/4 inch one for that one. That one might work with a 2. Yeah, see, it might. You get a little bit of white around the edges, but a 2 1/4 inch works with the biggest one. These ones here are a little smaller. They work with the 2-inch, and you will cut a little bit of the color off, but not much. And then the 1 1/2 inch punch works pretty well with all the rest of these. Like some of them you get a little white around the edges, and others fit almost exactly. So that's what I did. I used the 2-inch and the 1 1/2. Let me put them away because I don't really need them. Now, you could also just use that stamp set and that I showed you, the circle celebrations, and stamp your circles out. But what I did is, here's the ones I had left. Only on this one I used the, hang on, the circle celebration stamp that looks like this. To me, it looks really kind of gypsy boho-y, pretty. And I used Rococo Rose. The shading on here was already on here in some of the way, but I'm okay with that. And then this little flower I stamped separately also in the circle celebration in Rococo Rose. And then this was a piece of Night of Navy circle. It already had some design in it, but I used the moon kind of shape and just added more, so it gives it a little more drama. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment on this green. I didn't have any more stamped or cut out, punched out sea foam. So the sentiment is out of Punch Party, and it says, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. And then inside we're going to stamp happy birthday, but we're going to use Night of Navy. The pretty circle is from the Circle Celebration. It's in the mini catalog. It looks like this. But the paper is Paper Blooms Designer Series paper in Sale-a-Bration. And it has a sheet or two in it that looks like this. And these work with your 2 1/4 inch punch, your 2-inch punch, and your 1 1/2 inch punch, roughly. Okay, Paula? Okay. So let me get Night of Navy open and stamp our sentiment. Right onto that circle. And there we go. It does have some little flowers. You could color them in, but I didn't feel like I had to. On this one, I did it on the petal pink, but I don't have another big one in that color. So, and I didn't want to punch any more rows out right now. You could also use the other side. I mean, that's kind of cool too, but we're going to use these colors. Pick which ones. And I punched out 3 2-inch Just Whisper White because the larger size I bumped up on dimensionals, and it makes them a little sturdier because the paper doesn't seem real thick to me. So the moon, the flower, and the sentiment, I'm going to bump up on dimensionals, but I'm going to glue them to these white pieces first. So let's go ahead and do that. You're welcome. Thank you, Nada. It's a little different. It's not my usual flowery kind of stuff, but I'm also a little different. So I like variety. And just so you know, guys, on Tuesday night and probably Friday night as well, I am going to be working with hydrangea Hill, Hydrangea Haven, that whole suite. That's what's on tap for this week is Hydrangea, the Hydrangea suite. And the pearls are, I believe, on back order. The pretty pastel pearls. But we're still going to use the papers, and we're going to use them anyway because I have them. And if they come back in, you know, then you'll be able to get them. I'm sure they'll come back in at some point. Okay, so let's get our... Okay, now what I also did is I took a piece of Whisper White 5 1/4 by 4, and I am going to run that through the Scripty 3D embossing folder, which is in the annual catalog. I forget I have it, and I just needed the background to have a little texture, but I didn't want it to be like really deep texture for some reason. I don't know, but anyway. Now this is an older one. The newer ones you would use plate 1 and plate 4 for the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, the Boss as we call it. The older ones, if you have an older one like I do with the old number, you use plate 1 and plate 3 without the 2. Hey, hi Happy Mail, how you doing? Haven't seen you in ages. Welcome. We're on our 4th card. I'll show all of them at the end. We're going to do 5 total. Yep. No, I lied. This one seems to need plate 4. But most of them, it's plate 1 and plate 3 for the older 3D ones. Yeah, plate 1 and 4 worked with this one. But it didn't with the subtle. So, oops. I'm going to drop everything. Okay, so that one works with plate 1 and plate 4. Go figure. Yep. Okay. Let's bring our card base over. I have stuff everywhere. Move this over here. And we're going to first, now we're going to bring in some ribbon on this one too. But let's figure out the position of our little shapes and where we want them. I think the moon needs to go in the sky, the flowers. Maybe we'll put the sentiment here this time and the flower down here. That like that. And then we can only fit 2 of these on. I like this pale blue. Although, yeah. We could go like that. No, that one needs to go over a little bit and up. That's what we'll do this time. But we're going to bring in this ribbon. It's from the Boho Indigo product medley in the annual catalog. And it's a real thick navy ribbon. Night of Navy 1/2 inch frayed grosgrain ribbon from the Boho Indigo product medley. And I just need to use it. So we're going to put that across here. And then we're going to bump these 3 up on dimensionals. All right. I'm going to glue the little ones down, so I didn't bother putting them on extra paper. And I am going to bring in Seal because I can reach it instead of Seal Plus. Oh, wow. You know, don't be embarrassed. It is pretty, right? And I like doing stuff like that. I can see making so many pretty... In fact, maybe Friday, if I'm tired of working with hydrangea by then, I'll do some more with it, but with... oh, don't tell me I'm out of glue. No, there we go. Actually, I need to be up higher, don't I? Yeah, I think it's running low. Let me see if my Seal Plus still has a lot in it. I think I'm going to be refilling both of these soon. I'm going to put 2 rows down because this ribbon is really thick. And I want it to go across the middle. ish. And also the scripty being on there, as long as you get the words on sort of straight, helps you make sure your ribbon's on straight. But if your words are crooked, don't use that as a guide. Like I might do. Joanne, his Happy Mouse stamper. Good to see you, Joanne. All right. Okay, I think that'll work. Let's just try our placement again before I glue that down. Oops. This one I want to put over just a little bit like that. I think that'll work. Okay. So we're going to glue. Let's go ahead and glue these down and put the dimensionals on, and then we'll glue it onto the background. I could actually put one of them. I might do that with that bottom one actually. Because the 1.5 inch circle actually left a little bit of white around there. But then I have, nah, I'll just leave it. So those two are the only two getting glued down. And then the other ones are going up on dimensionals. And we'll start with this one. Thank you, Nada. Yeah, they're pretty. It's Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Rococo Rose, which will also be retiring in at the end of April. I'm going to go ahead and put one here too, just because it's going to be on the ribbon. You could tack the ribbon down a little bit on the front too, but hopefully we won't need that. And we'll put that like that. It definitely has to be backed with something to be able to put them up on dimensionals though, because the paper is a little thinner than some of the other designer papers we have. So just so you know. And please forgive my inky fingers. They were clean when I started, and by the end of the first card they were not. Yeah. And this one, I would probably do the moon not onto the navy, but maybe onto the Seaside Spray color again, because you'll be able to see the moon better. I think that'll make a really cool, mysterious kind of card when I play with it again the next time. But it's got some really pretty other shapes in it. One of them looks like a dahlia, which, you know, I have my jewelry is Dahlia Designs, and that'll be pretty cool. I might have to use that with Magenta Madness. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. And then I just had that on my silicone mat, so I wouldn't stick it to the paper, you know, with the glue strips on the back for the ribbon. And this ribbon is a little thick. You could actually bump the whole background up if you want, because the ribbon's a little thick. I don't tend to do that very often. Oops. It just slid. And that's because of the ribbon on the back. It's over a little bit, but it's okay. And that's the outside of the card. And then on the inside, oops. I can't get it. There we go. I just stamped Happy Birthday, and that's out of the Punch Party. So we're going to do that in Night of Navy as well. That really looks crooked now to me. It's probably too late to slide it. Yep. Oh well. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess so. Although I seem to get messier than others quickly. I don't know. Now maybe what I'll do, let me stamp my Happy Birthday first. I might bring in one of those circles again. Let me just see. So here's the designs in it. See this looks like a dahlia almost, or something. I guess I don't think that happy birthday will fit on the inside of that. No. But I could stamp off, and I think I'm going to stamp off and put that design on in Rococo Rose. We'll see. The worst that can happen is I turn the paper over and stamp the happy birthday again without it. Just looks too plain to me for some reason, so I get my scrap paper again. Oh, there's the other one. Because I do want to stamp off. Let's see how it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. What do you think? That's a me kind of thing. I like that. Kind of very boho-y, right? Thank you, Paula. Wow, perfect. I didn't do that on the first one, so. All right, and that is card 4, basically. Now we're going to go back to flowers. I think we'll do more with this circle on Friday. We may still do some hydrangea also, if I'm not hydrangea out by then. But because I think hydrangea is going to need 2 days. All right, so that, oh, now we have some bling somewhere. Here it is. And this is from the holiday rhinestones that are in the annual catalog. This color over here is Night of Navy. So we are going to use some of it. We'll put one up here. And one over here, in between the words. And I think this time I'm going to put one down here. Because I had it on the sentiment in the corner down there the last time. So that is card 4. One more to go, guys. I like them both. I like them both. All right. Put this off here. And here is card 5. Final card. This is the same paper pack, which is again Paper Blooms Designer Series paper from the Sale-a-Bration. And this time we're using this sheet. It has a white background with large florals. In fact, there's the flower on that one. And this is what's on the back. Also very pretty. So there's a good variety in here. Like it's not all these big flowers. There's some little flowers and the green stuff like I just showed you. And there's some green leafy stuff on one side. And then the circles on 2 sheets for the tire treads and some Rococo Rose stripes. And I love this pattern here. But I already used that before on a different card. So we're going to do this one tonight. This is the final card. And it's a pretty easy one. The only thing I did here is soft sea foam. This is a vertical card. Night of Navy to help bring out the navy in it and make it pop. So that's 5 1/4 by 4. And then this is 5 by 3 3/4. And then we use the Punch Party, this stamp here. But the Just a Note is out of the Posted for You from the annual catalog that also goes with the rectangular postage stamp. And then the little flower, the little flower on here is from the Punch Party also. Okay. So I use a lot of different stuff, I guess, but it works. Just to show you, you can mix and match your stamp sets and things and come up, you know, get creative with your things. So first thing we're going to do is glue these two together. And then we're going to put some Seaside Spray, is this ribbon, and it's in the annual catalog. It's gorgeous. I'm going to be sad when Seaside Spray retires because that means this retires too. This is called Metallic Ribbon 1/4 inch. It had originally been in the 2019 holiday and it carried over. So we're going to use it. Got to use it up, right? Really? Yeah, I mean, show off the DSP. Let it do the work for you. It's just a matter of layering. Of course, we're here to sell the stamps, you know, and the papers, but mostly the stamps, so I had to stamp something. I didn't even stamp on the inside of this one. I just, now I've already cut a piece here. We're going to need another little piece, but let me see where the flowers are in a different position. So let me see where I most want things to be. Yeah, it has to go this way. We'll still have this go across the middle. I guess we'll have our sentiment here still. So, where's that Seal Plus? And I'm going to put one side down and I'm going to lift it over and make sure we're okay. Even. Okay. And then we'll glue that down. It's nice in the middle. Yeah, it's a little fake bow. Just adds a little sparkle to it. You know, because it has a little sparkle in it. And I didn't put any other bling on. You could put some either Night of Navy or even just basic rhinestones on would be pretty on this. But I thought it was enough just with the fake bow we're going to do. Now this one I put it down a little further, but that's because this big flower stem was just sticking there and I kind of wanted to cover that up. So just look at your paper and decide where you want it, you know. All right, now we have to stamp. And this is the only scrap I had of soft sea foam is the color. So we're going to stamp the rectangle and the Just a Note from Posted for You. And this is out of the punch party. And the little flower. And then we'll punch it out. Let me see. I'm going to do it down towards the bottom here. Hopefully that'll work. Oh, I maybe should have gone over to the edge more. Well, we'll find out. All right, now we're going to stamp Just a Note. I had to stand up for that one. And then there's this little flower from the punch party. And we're just going to put that right there. You could stamp that in a different color if you wanted to, but I decided not to. And then we just need the rectangular postage stamp punch, which is in the annual catalog. One of my favorites now. And that goes in like this. And you just, again, want to line up those ridges. It looks pretty good to my eye. And there we have it. Yes. Okay. Where am I going to put the paper? Okay. So we're going to put that on dimensionals over this, and then we'll get another little piece of ribbon. I guess on the right. Thank you, Nada. Yeah, it is pretty. It's one of the prettier sparkly ones. Well, we have a lot of pretty ribbons in the annual catalog and a few in the mini catalog. But Yeah. And I have to, of course, get as many as I can because I love them. Wait, did I miss something else? Oh. Let the DSP do the work for us. Yeah, exactly, Linda. In some cases, but in other cases, it's good to color, but if I would be coloring tonight, we wouldn't be done 5 cards by now because I'm a slow colorer. So that's that, and then I just need a little piece of this ribbon to tie a fake bow. And I'm using my paper snips because I use them, or my snips. I might have made that too short. I only use them for ribbon. Just slide that under and tie a little knot, hopefully. I think I made it a little bit too short. I don't want to fumble. That's a little better. I know this is too much, but I'll tie that other piece in a knot. It won't go to waste. I'll use it on something. But I just didn't want to fumble with you guys here. And then we'll cut this off. There and there. And then fiddle with it. Actually, this side's still a little too long. There we go. That is the front of the card. All done. And then inside, I don't think I put any sentiment in. No, I just, now what you could do is you could stamp something, or you could take some of these extra little papers and kind of have them go off, but I'm going to save these for a different card and just use this little strip of paper I have here. I'm going to glue that down first, and then I'm going to ink around the edge because I'm running low on Night of Navy cardstock and I didn't want to use another piece on the inside. So I am going to just glue this down and then ink the edges with my Night of Navy Stampin' Right marker, which is the dye-based marker. And then we'll put it in the card. And this is a little too long, but as soon as I get it down, I will snip that with my non-ribbon snips, which are not Stampin' Up. I've just had them for a while. Get this out of the way and go around the edges here. And I'm going to use the brush end of it. You could also use your finger daubers to do this if you want. We sell them too. I think they're in packs of 5 or something like that. Don't hold me to that. I think Friday we'll use that circle set and the blending brushes and do some kind of a background or two. I think that's going to be the plan for Friday. And then maybe we'll go back to Hydrangea Hill. Now Tuesday's going to be Hydrangea Hill for sure. And that's it. Just enough to make that white pop off the soft seafoam a little better. I think that does it. And this piece is actually 5 by 3 3/4. So it's a little smaller than I usually put in without a background, but it's all good. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate that. I'll bring all the cards back in here in a minute for those that might not have seen them. Let me get some stuff out of the way here. Oh, I have some stamps I didn't clean, which I better do real quick, especially this one. Okay. Okay, so we have this one and this one. Oops, that's not the one right before that. It's this one. And I have these mixed up. This is the one we did, and this is the one we did. No room at the end. So those are all 5 cards. The Hummingbird cards were Pool Party, and the ink I used was Pretty Peacock, and this is Pretty Peacock. This is Pretty Peacock and white embossing powder. This is the Pool Party ribbon. That is sheer ribbon. I think it's in the whale set, but I'm not positive about that. And then this is a little butterfly in Pretty Peacock. And inside, just stamped in Pretty Peacock again and edged it with Pretty Peacock. And the sentiment there is from the, what did I say? It was from the Comfort and Hope in the annual catalog. What's looking like different colors is that paper is out of the fine art papers. Let me show it to you. It has this on the other side, fine art floral designer series paper, and I just used this and cut it down to a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of paper and then stamped on the designer paper. Thank you, Paula. Hi, Therese. We're just about done. Yeah, the whale, the ribbons from the whale. Yeah, good variety night. So mostly on the first couple, or these two here, I used the Sale-a-Bration set called Corner Bouquet. I also used the Hummingbird from the Sale-a-Bration set called, let me bring it in and show you. So here's the Corner Bouquet set. This is free with a $50 purchase. And A Touch of Ink is where I got the Hummingbird, and that is free with a $100 purchase. These are both in the Sale-a-Bration brochure. Okay. And then the Comfort and Hope, that's in the annual catalog, and that looks like this. It makes some nice backgrounds and just some, it has the sending you a paper hug, sometimes there are no words, know that I love and care about you, and Comfort and Hope. And this is really cool to use, and this one here too. Anyway, and then let's see what else and these papers here are, these two are from the Fine Art Floral, this one and this one here. This uses dies from the Hippo and Friends. These two dies here. I don't have the stamp set for that. I just have the dies. And this is the Timeless Label Punch, I believe. I could be wrong. And also on this one, we used white shimmer paint, and we used the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder and the subtle embossing folder. So that's it for that one. And then this used Corner Bouquet and paper. We switched papers now, I think. And this one is from the, oh goodness, what's the name? Flower and Field Designer Series paper is what this is from in the Sale-a-Bration. Also free with a $50 purchase for that paper. And then these last two cards, the paper is also a Sale-a-Bration paper for free with a $50 purchase. And they are from the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper, which has larger florals and some other circle designs on them. And for those three, I also used Punch Party, the rectangular postage stamp, the circle punches 2-inch and 1.5 inch that we have, and the double oval punch on this one. And using these and this And then I also did use the Posted for You. And on one of them, on the second card, I also used Happy Thoughts, which is in the mini catalog, and I used this Happy Birthday on this pink one, which looks orange. And one more thing, I did use the Whimsy, Stitch with Whimsy dies, which are in the mini catalog January to June, to do the stitched edging around the card on that one. There we have it. That's it. Everything I used. I had a lot of fun with you guys. Thank you, Flower and Field. Thank you, yes, for the thumbs ups. I really appreciate it. There you go. Envelope punch board is good. Yep. Okay. Well, I am done, except I just want to reiterate, if anyone needs anything, I'd love to be your demonstrator, except I know some of you are demonstrators. If you're in the US and if you place an order in January, please use this host code for any order under $150. And I will be back tomorrow with a Smash That Small Paper Pad video. And that's not Stampin' Up. And then I have not done my paper pumpkin alternatives yet. I don't know when I'll get to them, actually. But Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on with Hydrangea Hill. Okay? So everyone have a great evening, and I will see you again, if not tomorrow, Tuesday. Take care. I'll put in my little thing here. Hugs, love, and peace to everyone. And please be safe. Love to you all. Bye for now. Yes, God bless you too, Nita. See ya.